Wake up.
What happened?
The ambulance's tires blew out, and our driver's side wheel exploded. Next thing I know, we're losing control and sliding into the trees. Regardless, somebody wanted us off that road right here tonight.
Well, you have a gun?
Better. I have two.
It's outside.
Tonight, each one of you is going to die. Because you deserve it.
Better safe than sorry.
You took away my self-worth.
When I get going with this, just accept it.
This night is getting so good.
Not all of us are criminals.
If you want to get out of here, then set me free.
It's working!
I didn't do anything!
I'm excited to have with me accomplished producer Mark Sommer and multi-talented award-winning actor Marika Sila. And she's here today, or they're here today rather, to talk about the Canadian horror film Ditched. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so it's a Canadian horror film. And Mark, what was the process like in making this film?
It was a long process. And this is a pretty cliche saying, but this film came out of the ashes of another film me and Chris had together that was, set to go. And then at the 11 and a half hour, not the 11th hour, but the 11 and a half hour, it fell apart. So then we kind of licked our wounds and decided to make something a little bit more lower budget that, we could make sure it properly, it did get funded and it did happen. Because the other picture was, maybe 2 or 3 times larger, budgetary wise than this movie. So that was kind of, we started from the bottom and, worked our way up. But yeah, so, and that's a very cliche thing. I hate that saying, but yeah, it definitely came out of another film and we just wanted to do it and we just had to do it. So this got built in such a way that we could do it, we could get it funded and it would work,
So how does it, both of you feel that it's out? It's actually out today. How does it feel?
It's exciting. It's finally here, and it's just so nice to see how to watch the whole process from the minute my agent sent me the script, reading it through that night, and now it's released and it's out, and it's just so cool to see everything come together.
Yes, and you play Milena, is that right, as a paramedic?
Yeah, I play Melina.
So what attracted you to the role?
Well, I thought it was so cool to have the opportunity to portray an Indigenous woman as a lead character in a feature film. And I myself am Indigenous. And so I thought it was a great opportunity to, I'm a huge believer of equal representation in the mainstream media. So to me, I read the script. I thought it was really cool, the whole storyline. And all in all, it was a great opportunity to expand my repertoire. I hadn't done a horror film yet, so I jumped on the opportunity. Yes, and would you like to do another horror film? I would. It was so much fun. It was a blast. Yeah, so what was it like working with Mackenzie Gray and the other cast? They're amazing. I didn't have any issues at all. I think I would like to believe that I'm a pretty easygoing person. I try and just be there for the director and show up in ways that I'm able to, do my homework first and foremost. And so I'm able to just kind of play with the lines and work with the director. And so they're able to get the product that they want. And so whenever I'm on set, I just have fun playing around and acting and doing what I love. And I think that everyone on this set, at least from what I saw, all felt the same way. It's fun to do what you love and to get paid doing it.
Yes, and congratulations. I mean, I see you in the paramedic truck, and there's some really scary scenes. But was there a favorite part or that you really enjoyed doing?
I would say one of the last scenes that we filmed, I think it was probably about 6 or 7 in the morning when we filmed that scene where I have the rock in my hand. And I would say that was probably the most natural feeling scene that came the most natural to me. And it was really fun. It was towards the end of the whole film. And it was just it was a great way to go out. And it was a fun scene.
Yes, and and the film, was it filmed in Edmonton, correct?
Yeah.
Just outside. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about, there's like special effects, the lighting, there's like, it's very dim lighting, there's the costumes, like tell us about the process in that.
Well, I am an actress, so I feel like it's hard for me to speak like so much about the costume unless it's like really impeding the way that I'm acting and the lighting and everything. I felt like it was just it was lit really well to tell the story. The costume for myself, luckily there was nothing that was like really impeding in my performance. I didn't have to wear like skimpy clothing or anything, thank goodness, because it was pretty chilly in the evenings. So yeah, all was good in that department.
Yes, and Mark, what do you want people to take away from the film?
Oh, I think everybody will take something different, but yeah, we just want to entertain people, and I think we've got an entertaining film that's getting some some good buzz and some people that are really liking it. So that's all you can hope for.
Yes, and how is this film different from other horror films?
I think that the ending itself is much different.
Yeah.
No, yes, I love, the costumes, like, was it cold on set? And like, tell us, like, how was it like? There were early hours, as you were mentioning, right? But take us through, the viewers who are watching this, like, it was shot in the bush, but tell us more.
Yeah, maybe I'll clear or I'll explain. Yeah, this was shot in Edmonton in late May, early June. So you're dealing with 4 to 5 hours worth of darkness. So a movie that's set at nighttime, it becomes a challenge. So we would have to do things like when we were shooting in the ambulance was actually cut open so we could get access to shoot different ways. So we would tarp up the ambulance or tarp up the front so no light would come in, and then we'd be able to shoot at twilight hours. And then when it actually was dark for the 4 or 5 hours, then we would be shooting the outside, exterior type shots. But, we needed to utilize the full days. So we would do different tricks and stuff like that. And even sometimes when it was slightly twilight and we were shooting outside, we could color correct that in post to make it look like it was dark. So yeah, it was a complex situation just dealing with such a short amount of actual nighttime in Edmonton because it's so far north, right? So.
Wow, this film is for all ages who like horror or thrillers.
Yeah, it's not rated, but a few friends of mine have seen it with their 12-year-old kids who absolutely, dug it big time. So that was pretty cool.
Yes, and I have to ask you, will there be a Ditched too?
I mean, yeah, anything's on the table, but have to see how it plays out and stuff like that. But Chris and myself are working on another couple projects right now that would probably shoot in Vancouver or something like that, British Columbia.
That's wonderful. And is there anything else you'd like to add? Both of you.
Marika, go for it.
Well, I'm just excited, and I'm so grateful that I had this opportunity to portray Melina in Ditched, and I'm so excited that it's finally out, and I'm really excited to hear the reviews and see everyone's reaction.
Yeah, same. I'm excited. We finally, pushed past that goal line. It's been a long time coming, but we've got a really good distribution company, and the PR campaign's awesome, and there's a lot, good buzz on social media, and I think everything's, lining up pretty good. So.
Yes, that's wonderful. And people want to see it. Where can they go?
It's on video on demand in Canada everywhere, pretty much. So things like iTunes or the Google Play Store, or even Bell or Telus, those video on demand on your set-top box. You can get it there as well.
That's wonderful. And thank you so much for your time. And I really enjoyed having you both. And I'd like you to come back, do another interview 6 months down the road, perhaps.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Welcome. We'll see you and watch the film Ditched.